Welcome to the roaring world of chainsaws, where steel bites through timber and raw power rules the forest. From precision cuts to massive takedowns, this is the ultimate show of chainsaw domination. Subscribe now and feel the fury. Welcome to Tree Power Channel. On a steep cliff, a worker in a silver hard hat uses a chainsaw to cut down a tree trunk clinging to the edge. The saw blade roars in the strong wind and rugged terrain, creating a breathtaking and determined scene. High above, nestled among the thick branches, the worker swings like a shadow in the sky. Gripping the chainsaw tightly, each cut is swift, sharp, and precise. Branches drop one by one, trimmed as if by the hand of a skilled artist. In the middle of a rainy forest, the roar of the MS-362 chainsaw breaks the silence. A skilled worker cuts through the tall pine trees with precision and power. As the rain drips steadily from the leaves, the tree falls smoothly to the ground. Despite the wet and slippery conditions, the operation continues with focus and determination. This is timber harvesting in real working weather, raw, tough, and real.
Okay.
High up in the trunk of an old oak tree, a worker wearing a safety harness stands securely. In his hand, he holds a roaring chainsaw. As the blade begins to cut deep into the thick wood, the branch shakes slightly, then separates from the trunk. With a steady hold on the crane, the branch is lowered safely to the ground. On the sturdy saw bed, a razor-sharp steel blade is firmly mounted, ready for precise, clean cuts. Two men stand at either end of the conveyor, their hands steady as they guide long boards through the spinning blade. The saw blade spins swiftly, sharp as a milling cutter, slicing through the wood decisively and smoothly. Amid the bustling sounds of the workshop, the Dynaco 1300 saw, with its three sturdy grips, firmly clamps the oak log. The machine moves swiftly and steadily, pushing the timber towards the sharp saw blade with precise control. The blade begins its work, slicing the log into smooth, perfectly sized boards as programmed. A standout feature of this machine is its ability to rotate and shift the log flexibly, allowing the saw blade to reach tricky spots easily, ensuring clean and optimal cuts every time. The rich scent of oak fills the air, blending with the steady hum of machinery, painting a vivid picture of a lively, professional industrial space. Out here in the forest, far from any workshop or power line, it's just me, the log, and my trusted 070 chainsaw. This saw may be old school, but it's a beast, raw power in your hands. Two-stroke engine, heavy frame, and a long guide bar that eats through thick timber like it's nothing. Before each cut, I study the log, the grain, the tension, the knots. You only get one shot to make it clean. I notch, I score, and then I commit. The roar of the engine fills the air, echoing through the trees. Controlling a saw like this isn't just about strength, it's about rhythm, balance, and knowing how the wood will behave. Let it guide too much and you risk a kickback. Force it too hard and you'll burn the cut. As I push through the log, thick curls of sawdust spill out like yellow snow. When done right, the plank falls away clean, smooth on one side, ready for drying. I've run this 070 for years. It's heavy, yes, but in the forest, where you've got no fences, no rails, just instinct and skill, it's the only tool I trust to turn raw trees into beautiful, usable wood. Out here, it's not just cutting, it's craft. And every good cut reminds me why I do this. A large, thick wooden plank has just been cut from the solid log, revealing a smooth and even surface. The plank is swiftly placed onto the conveyor cradle, gently pushed along to the next stage of the production process. Without the flexible support of rotating shafts that adjust angles, cutting and finishing such a large plank would be extremely challenging, if not impossible, to achieve the necessary precision and aesthetic quality. A professional tree trimmer, agile and focused, carries out his work with masterful precision. He climbs the tall trunk with practiced ease, each step firm and confident. Upon reaching the cutting point, he swiftly secures his stance, eyes locked on the target. The chainsaw roars to life, its sharp teeth singing through the silence. And then, one precise cut at a time, it begins its task, cleanly removing each branch with skill and safety.
Nice job, man.
Thank you.
The chainsaw screams with a cold edge. In seconds, the blade tears into the log. No hesitation, just one decisive cut. The timber snaps and crashes down with force. Giant old-growth trees, so massive it would take 2 or 3 adults linking arms to wrap around the trunk, can't simply be felled with a few cuts. First, they must be tamed from above. The lumberjack stands firmly inside an aerial bucket, lifted high by a crane into the dense canopy. Carefully, he trims heavy, thick branches using a roaring chainsaw. One by one, the massive limbs fall away, clearing the upper structure for the final confrontation. With a long, razor-sharp chainsaw, he approaches the main trunk. Each cut is deliberate and powerful. Then comes the crash, a thunderous boom as the ancient tree finally gives in. The trunk is then sectioned into massive rounds. Each log, thick and tall as a man, rests on the forest floor, a testament to precision, raw power, and fearless craftsmanship. The worker hangs from the top of a tall tree, secured with a safety rope. Using a chainsaw, he cuts off the tree's tip as it reaches into the sky. When the tip breaks off, it falls, shaking the foliage below.
Cool.
3, 2, 1, go!